you are under arrest. According to section of IPC, yeah, I'm talking about a very serious matter now. The IPC is not the Indian Penal Code, but it is called as the Inner Power Code. Yes,
Wow.
this is a new way. I think, I think I can stop you right now there, because today's guest of honor right now is somebody who has devoted a huge amount of time in not only just contributing to the society with training more than thousands plus people over 4 continents, but has been a kind of, I'll say, successful in sharing his work with people with a lot of different varied industries. His intervention success is based on his belief that the behavior is an outcome of thinking. And with that, he has got a lot of actions and perceptions that has changed the working habits of many. So this working methodology and this quick hindering habits into profitable perceptions, and there are a lot of things which can spark and ignite somebody's inner belief. With that, let's bring together with definitely join hands to Sandeep Nath. Even though we share the similar kind of the surname, yes, you can say we are the brothers from a different mother, but this is something which makes him much more beyond, and I'm humbled. Sandeep, thank you so much for being in the show.
Thank you so much. That really had me arrested for sure. Well, wonderful introduction. Thank you so much.
So, Sandeep, I have gone through some of your the past interviews and that you have done. What we're gonna do here is something different, because in the small amount of time that we have, I want you to probably bombard with the kind of amazing things that you have. You have written 127 plus pages of a book, and that too in such a short notice of time. And you are creating waves. I mean, this is kind of a performance of that next level. And I think your focus and meditative structures behind you, your guru, your mom, everyone's blessings is something that is definitely visible. And that's the reason I think we are live right now in this interview. So viewers, if you're watching this, I'm going to share the link down there. This gentleman has done some incredible work, and I think there will be some nuggets which I'm going to share with you. So if you are here, click the link below and you can get all those things. So Sandeep, over to you. How did you one day say like, okay, let me get hello with the corporate life and stuff, and you said, okay, let me be that monk again or the student again, and let's bow it in front of people who have done that, been there and conquered
that. Well. Fantastic. Amit, you are taking me down 15 years into the memory lane when I was in a place called Hyderabad in the center of India, for those of you who are not in India. And I used to run a consulting company there. It was about 10 years that I've been running this company. And we had a lot of multinational clients, the ones who are into ITES and business process outsourcing. And I found that the staff there, the people working there were in their early 20s. And what were they doing? They were doing some very, very commonplace work of handling overseas claims and credit card issues and stuff which are problems that ought not to have been created in the first place. And I got thinking, is that the purpose of life? I mean, is that what we are here to do? Or is there something more significant? And that got me started on a journey where I met a lot of Vedic masters, because they seem to be the ones you turn to get answers for stuff like that, And I had the good fortune of being able to interact while Fateh Sai Baba was around, and Sri Sri and Nityananda and various masters. And then it was with Charlie Ji who, took me into a high level of self-analysis. And with that, I discovered what I would call purpose, which is the primary driver for people. And viewers, purpose is not to be undermined. Purpose is one key to stress. If you're in any sort of stress, go re-examine your purpose. I was hugely stressed. I was stressed financially, I was stressed emotionally, stressed in relationships, and physically out of shape, and all of that. But when I found that I could develop a purpose which was beyond me, and you will also find that when you're working on things that are more than what you do, like Amit, for example. Amit is totally non-self-focused. Amit is focused on the people he serves. Amit is focused on the speakers he brings. And that gives him a new sense of vigor every morning he gets up. I can guarantee you that he's not a stressed guy. And that's the secret. So moving from that kind of corporate environment, I discovered that all this has to do with our internal energy. Another thing that causes stress is time, and then something that you will again appreciate very quickly is that time has existed before you and will continue after you. So it doesn't really know that you exist, so there's no way that you can control it. So all the time management is management
Right.
crap. What can be managed is only what's inside you, and that's your energy. So if you know how to use your energy, you will be able to do things in 2 minutes what would take you 2 hours. Now let's talk about time. The stuff that you measure. Suddenly 1 hour 58 minutes are at your disposal, and you surely won't have stress because there's a lot of other happy activities that you can do in that much time.
Absolutely.
So, to
Now.
So let me elaborate that with an example. Because when you are short of time, what tends to happen is that you tend to use your energy in all directions, trying to find solutions for various sort of things.
Right.
And that dissipates your power, your inner power, as I put it. And you're able to achieve less. So in whatever short time you had, you use up all of it. Contrast that with getting focused. You have the same amount of time, which is less, but you focus your energies completely and do just that one thing. Chances are you're going to finish that thing and still have some time left, or at least finish well in time to not, get overrun and overwhelmed with things. That's what you can control. That's where your energy lies, and that's what I started working on. So about 10 years now, I've been working with inner power, which is our personal energy, which we use to get more productive, to get healthier. And I was fortunate enough to learn from masters from Tibet, China, Japan, and put together all that ancient Oriental wisdom to solve modern day challenges.
Amazing. I mean, with that, why don't you talk about your mentor, Pranacharya, right?
Well, my mentors are from a whole set of Tibetan lamas, a set of Indian Vedic gurus, certain Chinese by the name of, who's a Qigong practitioner. In fact, he's the only person, Dr. Yang, who has converted original Qi texts into English and brought all that wisdom to the West and to all the English-speaking community. But Guru Pranachandra is a very interesting person because he does not exist. He is an energy form, and he channeled through me. I have a book here which you were referring to, the first one which I had written. It's called Arrive at Success, and this is about 130 pages. This was about how you get successful through your oneness with nature, with empowerment, which is your standing in the community, and with wealth, which is your connection with abundance, energetic. So it's the sort of body, mind, and spirit. And that oneness, how do you crack it, is what Arrive at Success is about. In November last year, this energy form Guru Pranachandra started channeling to me a concept which was renewal. It was the renewal of consciousness. Now, why I talk to you about success, the success formula and Arrive at Success, is because nature, empowerment, and wealth is NEW. So that oneness with NEW is success. Renewal, Pranachandra said, somewhere after I'd already started writing the book, he said that this is renewal because I started writing because my understanding was that it's about the renewal of human consciousness. But it is the renewal of consciousness because of this oneness that you get with nature, empowerment, and wealth. And how you get that oneness through 30 habits that he virtually dictated to me, which make you, successful in your connection with nature, in your connection with empowerment, and in your connection with wealth. So it is phenomenal that 2 months after I finished writing in the end of December, early January, around the middle of March, this COVID crisis became such a big thing, and we started understanding the repercussions of it really. And we started seeing how we, as a human race, changing habits and the impact of that on the environment, the impact of that on relationships and family bonding, on various things.
Right.
And I said, wow, I was in the process of editing the book. And I said, this book has to be released before people get back into their old habits, because that is
Absolutely.
tragic. We have discovered how to live right. And we have something, a text here called renewal, which is going to cement that to save the planet.
Correct.
Everybody's got to know how to do that, how the empowerment lies in our hands, in our homes, in ourselves.
Right.
So that's a renewal.
Beautifully, I mean, you have articulated all these things in the book, and I can see there is a lot of wisdom, a lot of thought have gone inside to, get to that book to its original form. And good luck for this new launch, which is going to be coming up. And with that, I'm more curious about, would it be okay if I can ask you, some of those habits for the viewers who are listening so much, giving us so much of love. Why not I give them something which, this is the next level. So guys, from here onwards, what you are going to be hearing right now, okay, with the gentleman with me, he's going to give you some of those elements by which the things are not going to be the same anymore, and you will be taking the first step to the version 2.0. Over to you.
Ooh. Ooh, great. I love it. I love the way you're asking for this for our viewers, Amit, because it's when I talk about habits like you, I've shared some advanced copies and some ideas with a few other thought leaders, and the things that they feel that would be paramount would be that habits are something that are set in forever. It's very difficult to change habits, is how the typical thinking goes. And I would like to first establish to you that it takes only two things to change habits. One thing is that you've got to have a replacement for whatever you're doing. If you are without a replacement, then the habit will consume you. Like let's take example smoking. Now, if you don't know what to replace a cigarette with, you will tend to pick out a box because you know habitually how to do it and light it, and But why does e-cigarette work? Because it gives you the same thing, but you're replacing it with something. Now, I would say if you really want to leave smoking, you replace it with a box of cardamoms. And every time that you want to put something in your mouth, you put a cardamom. This has worked with some of my students in the past. In fact, this is because only some of the students have been smokers. So I would imagine it's worked with many of them. But it works because you are having a replacement trigger. The second is you've got to have a subconscious connection, because habits are somewhere deep inside us. So you've got to have a connection for the reason why. And any amount of ads and stuff on the pack and stuff like that is not going to deter you. But a sound of your son or daughter saying, "Oh, mama, why are you smoking?" Or the sound of their cough is going to make you wonder, is that worth it? Because then the cough connects with your subconscious. Your own cough, you're not bothered about, but your kid's cough, you are. So, that said, these are the only two things you need. And I'm going to give you an example, Amit. I'm going to give you as many as you like, Amit. But starting with a very simple habit of getting energized, even before we get out of bed. Now, a lot of people say, I don't have time for the gym, I don't have time to do yoga and sit and meditate and all those sort of things. I understand they're calming, they're energizing, and all that jazz. But who's got the time? So, what I say is that between the time that your alarm rings and you actually get out of bed, you may have 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. If you don't set the alarm 5 minutes ahead, right? So you're not talking about it. And in those 5 minutes, just do a little breathing along with the movement of your hands like this. So when you breathe in, you expand the hands and the feet, the soles of the feet, stretch them out. And then you inhale and contract. Bring your toes towards the heels. So just doing this about 5, 6 times is a replacement for doing nothing. Because that's the time when you're just lazing about. But instead of lazing about, just get focused on your breathing. because that's something that you have to do 20,000 times during the day. Might just do about 10 times in awareness. And what
Correct.
we're doing here is energetically, all our energy is passing through channels, which scientifically we don't have measurements for so far. But just like the nervous system, they have some measurements. The energy system is even more subtle than the nervous system. So, but the reflexology and stuff like that, they know the acupuncture points, and therefore
Right.
they end in the toes and the fingers. So when you're doing this, you are connecting to your main organs, to your heart, to your lungs, to your stomach, and all those organs, those organ tips are energetically ending here. So you're giving a pump up to the whole body.
Correct. Right.
Doing this for 3 to 5 minutes, you could call it a hack, you could call it a habit, you could call it a wellness routine, you could just call it, I call it the first habit as you get out of bed, which uses no time at all.
Nice, very nice. I mean, it's a cute hack. I know it also. I was reading a couple of books also on meditation, and I was reading about somebody from the Pyramid Valley, and he was talking about a process which Buddha taught probably thousands of years back. It's called as Anapanasati. It's about how you inhale and exhale and how you concentrate and all these things. And what you give us a kind of it's a great art to make complex, complicated things sound easy and doable. And I think that makes you incredible. That makes you incredible. And also, the kind of habits that we're talking about, it also brings a lot of things, because if you can do this thing for the 3 minutes first before even you have gotten up from the bed, the small accomplishment of 3 minutes can be the accomplishment which can make you charming for the rest of the entire day as well.
You are so right. You're so right. You give positive reinforcement of accomplishment even before you get out of your bed. Then
Absolutely.
you're set to accomplish that day.
Correct.
You're set to accomplish a lot.
And just to connect you, Sandeep, I'm not a motivational, an expert like you, but I think I know only one part is what kind of things that you have heard, have you seen. That is the only thing that can do some changes of chemical energy inside your body, and ultimately that energy can lead into some physical energy, and whatever you can do to transact with others. Say I'm the businessman here. Okay, I can convert everything about this, how you look, how you see, how you hear, and automatically all these threshold energies, and then you do, and this is what I've been doing for the last 20 years. It's a magic now. You hear something, you see something, and take your hand, put it in a wallet, take the purse out, take the card, and give it to my client. Everyone is happy. Right, so I can connect to that part. It's an amazing hack, and I think there are a lot of things which we can talk about it. So Sandeep, I'm not able to resist myself to ask you, please. Go ahead. Your golden nuggets are amazing.
Perfect. So let me give you another one. Let's look at something where we waste time. Since we were on the subject of time, and time, paucity of time causes stress and all. Now, this is a question to you viewers. What is it that you think is the biggest time waster that we have around us these days?
Okay, viewers, might be his voice is little, it's offbeat, but I'll tell you, he's asking what are your biggest time wasters in your life. All right, Sandeep?
Right. So if you want to just pause this video, pause it and think about it. What do you think makes you waste the most amount of time? And then I will give you the answer.
So with that, we are going to take a small pause. It will be a fraction right now in front of you, because I think there is a mic issue. We're going to do it right now. So Sandeep, we'll just pause it for 1 second and don't go anywhere. We'll be back right now, just right now. Okay. So guys, we are back. I'm sure it's just a flash for you. Okay, so Sandeep is talking about the second hack, which is the time wasting consciousness, TWC. Go ahead, Sandeep.
So the biggest waste of time, if you thought it was gadgets or it was computer games or it was stuff like that, they are time wasters, but no. The biggest waste is the time that we waste in resetting our vibrations. Every interaction we have is at a vibrational level, because everything is a vibration. Everything is made of atoms, as you would understand scientifically. Atoms are vibrating. So all our interactions are happening at a vibratory level. And when we have an emotion, it's a vibration. An emotion of fear or anger or guilt or shame is a low vibration. It's measured. So there's a log. But even common sensically, intuitively, you can understand that you feel low when you're angry or when you're guilty.
Right.
Whereas you feel high when you're joyous, when you're blissful, when you're in love, right?
Absolutely.
Taking your vibration from a low vibration to a high vibration is what gives you the ability to respond to situations better. Would you agree with me, for example, that a saint like Dalai Lama, for example, is generally in equanimity at a high level, at a very blissful level, right? Or at least at a loving level. Whereas a person who's agitated is usually not in equanimity, he's up and down, and very often at a low level.
Mm.
Now, when we find ourselves in low levels of vibration, we are wasting time, because the same thing that we can do at a higher level will be done much faster.
Okay.
So the biggest waste of time is the amount of time it takes to reset ourselves from being low to moving high. And sometimes this can take years. For years, you can be angry with somebody or be scared of something and not venture into it. And then when you do, because of some motivational speaker or something like that, or some book you read, or just a change of consciousness, which came about on its own within you, or through some work that you did, you find that was not so difficult after all. Talking to that person was not so difficult. We managed it, and now, how often have you heard about people becoming great friends after they were sworn enemies?
Right.
Very often. Now, those are not great communication cracks. Those are vibrational cracks. Those are vibrational resets. And if you can reset your vibrations quickly, you can save a lot of time. And case in point is people who have achieved a lot. Read their biographies. Read what they say about their relationships and their handling of themselves, their inner power. They may not use the word inner power, but you will understand. To reset their life conditions, mind conditions, and energetic conditions. So that's the big waste of time we've been having, and let's stop having that.
Sandeep, I was reading a book by Sigmund Freud, and he says men exhibits three main coping mechanisms to counter their experience of suffering in the world. In this world, the first one is deflection of pain and disappointment, and that is something which is like planned distraction. Like getting into smoking, getting into all these things is the last one. This is not what I'm talking about. Planned distraction is okay. I'm like sad. Can I watch some video games, or can I give it to some entertainment or something like that? Can I go and watch out a movie? Can I go shopping? These are one of the things. I'll probably just connect to what I'm trying to say. The second one is called as substitutive satisfaction. That is mainly through with your replacement of reality, and that is basically with art, music, any kind of creative stuff. Third one is what you started with, which talks about intoxications and smoking and other habits. So at this point of time, when you are logged in, there will be a lot of this fear, the fear of unknown, or fear of, or I'll say the what if fears. The what if has got a lot of criteria. And at that point of time, I think it needs a different kind of thing, because to get into that kind of a stable stage of mind and practice what you are telling is really little tough according to me. But if you have any other hacks, please go ahead, because I think these are the all three areas where some people are right now deflecting and distracting from the actual reality. Number two, some people are getting into the creative mode, designing something, and some people, I see a lot of people who are my colleagues and friends, they have started cooking. Okay,
right.
And they started gardening, they started petting, they have started a lot of things, bird keeping and zoo making and water, urban farming, and all these crazy words. And the last one are those people who have started utilizing some of the kitchen grown products which is available at home to make new kind of intoxicants. And that is a crazy high level. I don't want to tell you how they did it, but this is what I think is the main source. Is there is a hidden pain somewhere. So first one definitely I can understand is all about the mindfulness. But Sandeep, do you have any hack for those kind of people who are getting into any of these three lines? How do I bring them back?
Perfect, perfect. So let me give you an example of how habits work to change our thinking, and then we will apply it to the vibrational reset.
Sure.
Now, let's say that I've got this thinking that I'm scared of heights, right? Uh, and so, if a friend of mine invites me to a rooftop party, I'm going to say, no, 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 I'm scared of rooftops and all that. I'm not. I myself, I stay on the third floor, but that's okay. I can see the trees. I don't, lean out of the balcony. I'm just so comfortable there, but I have 21 stories in my building, and if somebody calls the 21st floor, I'm not going there for a party. I will tell you that thinking, as Amit had mentioned in my introduction also, thinking is what impacts the way we behave. So our tendencies come from how we think. Our tendencies are the habitual ways of doing things, and that become our habits. So we have a habit of going to the church on Sundays if we have a thinking that we are Catholics, right? And then there's this tendency that the behavior is always to pack up the family into the car on a Sunday morning, right? Which results in the action that we're in the church, which results in the result, whatever the result might be of going to church. That's a different matter. At the center of these things, thinking, behavior, habits, action, and results is habit. My submission to you is that if you work on habit rather than working on thinking, a lot of motivational gurus will say 2 hours and you change your thinking, read a book and you change your thinking.
Yes.
It may, but you may change it for 3 days, you may change it for a week, and then you come back to old habits.
Absolutely.
Post-COVID, my biggest fear is that people will come back to their old habits, even though they know that the new habits have brought about so much positive change.
Right.
So I say you attack the habit. And that's what Guru Chandra talked about 30 habits. So there's a habit for each one of these things. I say that for fear of heights, I just make a habit of pressing 21 in my elevator. I have to press 3. What is the switch? 21. Right. Now, subconsciously, the reason I am doing 21 is because I want to attend the rooftop party. So I'm making this habit switch just to see what happens. Because some Guru Chandra told me that if you do stuff like that, you will have a change of behavior. Now let's see how it works. On the first day, when I press 21 and the lift door opens, these things will happen to me. I'll be shooting bricks. I will be on the floor, the lift shuddering. Right? On the second day, perhaps again. On the third day, perhaps again. But the fourth day, maybe I'm not sitting on the lift floor, but probably I'm still shivering and I'm holding on to the sidebars of the lift, wondering, man, the door is going to open and I'm going to see a window in front of me.
Correct.
In a week, do you think when the door opens and I see that window in front of me, am I still going to be quivering as much?
No.
Perhaps not.
Absolutely.
In about 7-8 days, by the 10th day, within the realm of human expectancy and capacity, is there a possibility that I will be curious enough to look at the window and see how different it is from my balcony view?
Correct. Right.
What's happened? My behavior has changed.
Conditioning.
So I have used the habit to move backwards toward behavior. And when I step out and I see the grass and I see trees and I see kids, really small like ants, cars and stuff like that, and I find that I'm not nauseous and I'm not giddy and I'm not, showing any symptoms of going to fall down, what happens? My thinking changes. And that is a permanent, irreversible change. Then when my thinking changes, I think that, all right, I can manage this. And this happened in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks, I probably attended the rooftop party. I'm not going to play cliffhanger. I'm not going to go Spider-Man about it. But my thinking is at a different level.
Correct.
Why? Because I had a switch for the habit and I had a subconscious reason for the habit.
Right.
Now let's take a vibrational reset. Let us say again I have had a dispute with my father. Not a true story, but just an exhibit thing that happened with various people. Maybe not father, maybe a friend, right? Now, that dispute happened because my father was insisting that I would take a different kind of occupation from what I did, right? And I actually took it to rebel against my father. My father thought I must join government service because he's been a government servant, but I became a private employee, and then I went into entrepreneurship. Come to think of it, this is becoming a true story. Okay, because that's what I did. So let's see. Maybe this is a vibrations reset that you have brought out from my subconscious here. Because
Maybe.
because you know when I was feeling that hollowness with these kids who are coming out of college and joining the impacts of the world, uh, I felt that they are not utilizing their life with purpose. Their consciousness is being dulled down. We are being made into a generation of automatons, of robots.
Mm-hmm.
And I am servicing that sort of a clientele only because there is security of money every month. Good, big money.
Right.
Success, material success, so to say.
Right.
And viewers, I'm doing this live in front of you right now. And my equation to my dad's sense of security of a government job was that there's no adventure. And in a sense, I found that there is no adventure in this private company that I'm running, which is doing extremely well either.
Yeah.
So what I did through my spiritual practices 15 years ago is I made a bridge between my state of financial and emotional and relationship crisis, overcoming that with understanding of what my dad was operating on and elevating my vibrations. Now, my subconscious reason was the reason of rebelling against dad. My conscious habit switch was to change the kind of clientele that I had and the kind of industry that I was in. It took me about 3 years to actually walk away from my companies and leave it to the other directors and spend all my time in villages doing the work of building entrepreneurs. For the next 5-7 years, I was working in villages all over India, remote villages, doing micro entrepreneurship. That gave me a sense of immense satisfaction. And that, in a sense, was different from what my dad ever did, but operating from a much higher level of emotional vibration
Right.
that I was doing for others.
Yeah.
So you always need the habit replacement switch and the subconscious connection. You will change your vibrational reset once you got these two.
See, Sandeep, one more thing is, you are making it as a flawlessly flow, and one fine day you quit everything and you quit your entrepreneurship and give it to your partners, and it's go to a kind of a live like a hermit. But I'm telling you on the other side of a father of almost like a couple of businesses now. Suddenly, if this something happens, I need probably a different kind of a mind shift. It is not that easy. You might be smiling, but trust me, behind every smile there is a pain. There's a lot of pain. Right?
There is another habit. There is not a pain. There is a habit of minimalizing your life, and I'm so grateful to COVID for teaching us how we can be minimalistic. You can have everything you want in life. What you want is limited.
Correct. Yeah, and I think with this COVID, you're touching the right points right now. Being minimalistic, being sub needy way, managing crisis, and I think there are a lot of things that you have mentioned in your book as well.
So exactly, I mean, when you are pivoting in a crisis, you are playing on your strengths, and those strengths, for example, as you mentioned, in some cases were the passion for gardening, the passion for cooking, which people are exploring now because they never thought they would do things like that before.
Absolutely.
And I would go a step further to say that if you can convert that You video record your first instances of cooking and how bad you were, and people who are as bad will start following you.
Yeah. So you know what, that reminds me of, you know, a lot of this new businesses which is like popping up. I call them as
Yeah,
COVID coaches or COVID preneurs or Corona preneurs. You know, you can put some fancy names. Might be after some time we'll have COVID kids as well. So this is the next level. You know, we are right now at a place where uh, we have accepted that this is the next level of life. We have accepted what you rightly said, that we can live without oil, without consuming such kind of petrol and other things. We can live without
absolutely.
traveling. We can live without the humdrum of office life and still able to run the show. I think COVID is a blessing in
Absolutely.
disguise. So with that, probably if I need to come to a kind of a conclusion about this particular discussion, which is like really, I don't want to stop. There's a lot of things. And guys, as I said, he is just giving you some of the top nuggets. But is there anything else that you want to share, Sandeep, before we say goodbye to our beautiful, lovely viewers? And then we can, you know, probably put all these things in a kind of a packet and give it to you.
Thank you. I'm going to share yet another habit because you have touched upon it, Amit. The habit of gratitude. And this is a principle which is called G24. G standing for gratitude, 2 meaning TO2, and
Okay.
4 meaning FOUR. Not FOUR, so FOR. So it's 2 and 4. But easy way to remember it is G24. Anything that happens does not happen to you. If it happens to you, you will be victimized all your life. You will be living in a low vibration.
Correct.
If you then switch it to 4 and see what happened in this for me, as Amit just said, this a blessing in disguise, because there are things that are so many things that are happening through COVID for us. As we start seeing them, our vibrational reset times are going to get compacted like crazy, because then we will not be victimized. We will be grateful, genuinely grateful that that happened for me. And think of how many times in life you've used this phrase blessing in disguise. Because in only hindsight can we figure out, oh, that was not bad. If you bring that hindsight into now, our future is going to be amazing. Because we're going to compact all those years of hindsight. And in my case, it was like 15 years of my dad, you know. With 15 years, you compacted into a few 3 years where I was able to change systems and hand businesses over, not live like a hermit, just know my needs and feel grateful for them. Feel grateful for the fact that I could do other things, you know.
Nice. Nice.
That's the thing. Be grateful. Gratitude, G24. Everything happens for you, not to you.
Amazing. So probably
Always
with
make that
that,
switch. You'll be great.
great. So you know what? It reminds me of the next supercar, the GT, fantastic GT. You know, the GT4. You can remember in that way if you can just visualize. I'm just putting a kind of a car model there, the GT structures there, so that you can visualize that. The next thing is the time. Okay, so he mentioned about time consciousness and how to start your day. I think all these things are probably the first rituals that you can do it. And today, as I'm talking to you, I was reading to one more book. I just probably missed the author's entire name, but he says the night is divided into 4 parts. And I'm just giving my little bit of information that I have gained. So the part from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, it's called as Rakshash Kala, something where you are not supposed to do any kind of thing, but you are supposed to sleep. You are supposed to actually go to sleep. And from night 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's a different concept. You have to be deep in sleep actually. So, but technically we have so much of distractions right now. I do not think any living human being with a smartphone or an idiot or a dumb phone is actually going to sleep at 9 o'clock. Impossible. Okay.
Yeah.
But what is the good thing about it is this is a circadian rhythm. When the sun rises, you rise. When the sun sets, you sleep. And if you can get into a kind of a time, because he's talking about a lot of this ancient Hindu high-end techniques, which people are right now repackaging and probably putting in different ways and calling it in different kind of names right now. But understand one thing, this is the one part called as Brahma Muhurta. I'm just adding to some part of whatever I have just seen today morning. And this is the time when the cosmic energies and all these things are coming into our life. So if you are into this mindfulness and you know about this cosmic stuff, but I'll tell you what happened with me. I woke up at 3 o'clock. I finished one entire book. By 6 o'clock, I'm done. By 10 o'clock or probably I think 12 o'clock, my half of the day's work has already been scheduled, automated. I'm a very big fan of automation and delegations. So before even my team has woken up, they have already got their automatic information, what the entire day is going to be looking like. And this starts with that first level. I think if you can practice, if tomorrow, if I can practice the pranayama, or this, the stuff like this, and I have a time wasting consciousness. Yeah, as I said, I love to waste time. When I say waste time, I want to probably invest time on certain things. Even if I'm playing, it's an investment. If I am reading, if I'm relaxing, it's also an investment. But what I do is right now, I have someone to pull me out from this. I have an accountability partner, not an alarm clock, but a real life, because I'm at home right now. Okay. Right. And that makes my life interesting because I have a prize and a punishment as well. If I don't do this, it will make me do anything. And right now, a lot of people who are stuck inside, they are doing, as I said, they can wash, they can clean, they can take care of pets. I know some of the people of my friends, they've become a high-end hairstylist for the kids, right? And so now I'm thinking, guys, so professionalism can start in midst of necessities. Put in quotations. Okay, Baba Amit Nath signed. Right. So Sandeep, any which ways, I think this is definitely a pleasure to get all these golden nuggets from you. And truly, I mean, it is, I don't know, what should I call it as, the entire 30 habits, you have just touched only on the 3, the time-taking consciousness, the morning hacks, and I know there are a lot of things to come. But yes, if you guys are more looking forward, you can just comment on here. I'm sure both of us would be loving to share whatever little we know. And if you have been so far, now it is a thought process. I don't know how you do it, but this is the voice. There's the chemical energy changing you on yourself. Take the hand inside, put that button there. It's called a share and love. You can do anything with that. And that's going to make me feel a little bit of proud because I'm doing a little bit of an effort to bring amazing people here. Thank you, Sandeep, for being here, in fact, and share your best of the knowledge. And this is all for you guys. Absolutely free. Absolutely free. This word free is going to be a decisive after some time. So till the time, if it is there, still we are able to use these technologies, still the time the factories are still running, the telecom is still working, use it to the best of your level, I guess. So
grateful for it. Absolutely.
Thank you to audience for being with us for such a long time. And if you have anything, Sandeep will be tagged in with the comment with someplace here down there. You can definitely reach out to him. I'm sure he's doing a fabulous job in changing people's, I'll say, the action point. He's the matchbox of which can lighten your fire to the next level. So thank you, Sandeep, once again. And I really appreciate that you have taken your valuable time to come and talk to us.
It was a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.